Hello beautiful souls and welcome to my channel Roseology. So this video is for my Aries, that is Sun, Moon, Rising, even Venus, and this is your September 2020 energetic forecast. So we have a huge stack of cards to get through regarding your September, but also what I have down here is something that I've wanted to do for a long time in these monthly zodiac videos, where I include a little mini pick a card message for each zodiac sign. So like I said, we'll be diving deep into the energy of your month with this stack right here, and at the end of this reading there will be a more personalized message for you with a couple of cards depending on which pile it is that you choose. I won't go as in depth with these three piles here, that's what this stack is for, but I did want to add a more personal message for each sign this month. So I'm basically just going to be reading the descriptions for each of the cards in these three piles here. So there will be a brief meditation session towards the end of this video after this reading here to help you pick which pile is speaking to you, and anything that I may not have touched on in this stack right here may be in one of these three piles for your month. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to clear these three piles out of the way. All right, Aries, so we're going to get started with your tarot cards down here first. Let's go on ahead and take a look. The very first card that we have here is the Devil in reverse, and then the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So this is a lot of earth energy right here, because the Devil is ruled by Capricorn and the Seven of Pentacles is ruled by Taurus. And they're both in reverse. But my Aries, I see many of you guys with some bravado or pep in your step in the month of September. There's an opportunity here to feel a lot lighter than usual because you have released some sort of a feeling or belief that was very constricting for you. This idea of who you thought you needed to be or the role you thought you were supposed to fit into was suffocating you. In September, you are able to breathe again by no longer identifying in that way. And this makes a lot of sense as well because we do have Venus moving through your fifth house, and Venus is the planet of beauty, attraction, value, and it's in your fifth house, which is the house of the ego. So it'll be very easy for you to see or connect to your worth. And your Sun is moving through your sixth house, which is the house of routine, habits, service, work. And the Sun is your ego, how we identify. And being in your sixth house, your ego is working to connect to its esteem and worth through repetitive cycles, habits, routine. So this can talk a lot about the inner dialogue that you have with yourself. How does it you work with yourself? What sort of patterns are sort of contributing to how you feel about yourself? So you are shedding and releasing anything and anyone that does not coincide with how you know you should feel or see yourself. For example, if you see yourself as a good person and there's someone in your vicinity challenging that, in September you'll find it very easy to distance yourself from this behavior. This is the month where you don't respond to fuckery and anything beneath you trying to pull down your frequency because you are simply not able to relate to anything less than who you are or see yourself as. And you're no longer trying to relate to people, or you're no longer trying to convince people to see your value, to see your worth, to see the good in you. You're kind of done with that. It's like if people don't see it, then you're ready to sort of be like, fuck it and move on. If your job doesn't see it, if there's certain things that you're doing that is keeping you from seeing your own value and worth, you're really at a point where you're really ready to sort of stop these things. You're kind of at like this fork in the road where you're just like, I'm ready to stop investing into people and things that don't make me feel good about myself, is what I'm really seeing in the month of September for you, Aries. Let's see the rest of your cards. So we have here the Knight of Pentacles, okay, the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and Justice. Okay, we're starting off with her right here. Queen of Pentacles is not like the King of Pentacles, obviously. The King of Pentacles, he gets his value from his material possessions. The hard work that has afforded him a certain lifestyle is how he reflects on his value and esteem. The Queen of Pentacles is more intuitive than that. Even though her physical surroundings are very luxurious, you could take those things away and she would still feel like the Queen of Pentacles. She is of the opinion that her crown does not make her a queen. It's how she feels that determines that. So this is a very abundant, luxurious card, but it is in reverse. And we have right beside it the Knight of Pentacles, who is slowly but surely on his way to delivering or bringing this thing of value to you. So you might not be consistently feeling like this Queen of Pentacles just yet, but it's this gradual process that you are working your way towards with this Knight of Pentacles right here. Justice is karmic balance. This is someone not being able to escape their actions and decisions, whether these actions were done towards you or these are your actions done towards someone or something else. Someone here, either which way, is learning how to respect everyone the same, to see everyone through the same lens versus allowing a person's appearance to determine how important, relevant, or good they are. For some reason, this Justice card is speaking to going beyond the surface. And well, you know what? You are Aries, ruler of the first house. It's natural for you to focus on the external surface layer because it's what the first house is. But there's an energy here in September that has you going deeper than the surface to find value in places that are not as obvious to see it or find it. More than likely, this is because of Chiron and Mars retrograding in your first house. And Mars retrograde, any planet honestly that goes retrograde, is very potent energy because it's resting or sitting in one space. Mars retrograde is sitting in his native sign versus progressing in Aries, the house of the self. So this is descending past the surface and into deeper layers of the self as he is going retrograde in your first house. So this could be a lesson for you or someone else in your life. For many of you, this is a lesson for you to dig deeper and to see more value in someone else or in yourself, despite the outer appearance, despite the external environment. My Aries are only interested in deep conversations and people that can be vulnerable, transparent, because that's where my Aries are finding themselves in November. You guys are finding yourself embracing the idea of more vulnerability in your life, of more gentleness in your life, more transparency as well, and looking beneath the surface, not just sort of jumping on one ship or jumping on one boat just because of what it looks like, but you're actually starting to go, you know what, let me see what the bow looks like. Let me see what the lower levels of the ship looks like before I just kind of buy my ticket for this boat. It's like you're diving in a little bit deeper, you're exploring a little bit more before thinking or before constructing some sort of idea of someone or even yourself. That's what I'm really seeing a lot of your September focus kind of be here. Okay, let's go on ahead, and as well as with this Justice card too, there could be some money coming in that you were owed for some of my Aries in the month of September. I don't know why, but this Justice card, it kind of feels like money coming back in that maybe you've been waiting on, or maybe like it was delayed in some way, shape, or form. Some sort of delay kind of coming back in September for you. And it's like it's about time. I don't know why I'm seeing that with Justice, but yeah, that's definitely what I'm saying. Let's go ahead and check out your oracle cards. The very first one that we have here is 10th house, the world. Okay. Then we have Libra, I balance. Sagittarius, I see. Grand Cross, provoker. Okay. So Sagittarius, I see, is speaking of an awakening or a realization. Like I said, you are ready for more vulnerability in your life and relationships, so you're seeing more value in going beneath the surface now. But there is a process of leveling out the details of how much you want to know, of how much you want to reveal with this Libra I balance card right here. You're trying to find the right amount of exposure that you feel comfortable with. And that may be where you meet a little bit of resistance with this Grand Cross provoker card right here, especially if you try to introduce this kind of new way of being to older relationships of yours. And Aries, I know you guys love to move fast, but just because you've come to this conclusion and you're ready for, to do things differently, it doesn't mean that others are ready for that. So give people some time to sort of catch up with you. And 10th house here, the world. So you have a lot of action moving through your 10th house, which is the house of legacy, fame, social status, achievements, potential. Jupiter, Pluto, and Saturn all are retrograde right now, situated, sitting in your 10th house. Jupiter and Saturn will be going direct, I believe September. I know Jupiter is about to go direct. I think Saturn may be going direct at the end of this month, as well as some of you may be dealing with a Capricorn, Libra, or Sagittarius this month with these cards right here. And if that's the case, be a little bit cautious about the conversations, the type of conversations with this Grand Cross provoker card right here. Okay. Let's see. The next cards that we have here are growth. Look at that. I want to expand my consciousness and my awareness. Then we have here Look, Aries, we have success. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. Success kind of really feels like this Justice card over here too. Like something finally coming through that may have been a little bit delayed. Some sort of success or something coming through for you guys. It may have been a bit delayed, is coming through in September. Then we have here structural support. Okay. And magic. Ooh, okay. Yeah, so there is something with this Justice card then. Something kind of coming through that maybe you've given up on because you didn't really see any movement with it for a while. This is interesting. You see with this growth card over here, like I was saying with this Sagittarius IC card, that there's a realization or awakening that you are having in September where you want to know more. You want deeper intimacy is what this seems to be as well for many of you. Whether this is with your relationships or career or projects, you want a deeper level of connection to the things you spend your time doing. That's where this wave of success is going to come in at, is you doing things to feel more closely connected to your heart, to feel like you're following your heart, to feel like you just want that feeling of like, oh my God, it feels so good being with this person. Oh my God, it feels so good when I work this job. It feels so good when I devote myself to this project. It feels so good when I do these things. You just want to feel as you are doing something, and you want that feeling to be good. You want it to be stimulating. Magic as well. Aries in September, work with moon magic, herbal magic, elemental magic, fire magic for sure, with you being in Aries, which is a fire sign. You also have the new moon in Virgo happening September 17th and the full moon in Aries coming towards the end of the month of September. So this will be your full moon to work with. So it's interesting that this card has come up only for your sign and your sign only, meaning this is a major month of magic for you. Magic is working with you in the month of September. It'll seem like magic, but it's alignment is all it is. It'll seem like magic to everyone else. Maybe even to you, but this is just you getting into alignment. So major moments of growth and awareness are coming because of your commitment to wanting and needing to feel more deeply, to search more deeply, to go more deep. So you're trying to nourish yourself with passion. That's the structural support here as well. You're trying to move in a direction where you feel a deeper level of support, connection, relatability, empathy, love, passion. So this is really, really big for my Aries. This month of September is going to be big for you guys. Let's look at your goddesses for the month. So we have here Meve, cycles and rhythms. Honor the cycles of your body, energy levels, and emotions. All right. Then we have here Butterfly Maiden. Look at that transformation. You are now experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. Exactly. That's where all the blessings are coming from, is you wanting to change, you wanting to transform and do things differently. And then we have here Cordelia, go outside. You've been indoors too long, go outside and get some fresh air. Okay. All right, so cycles and rhythm is so connected to this magic card down here. Like I said, work with the moon and manifesting, especially with the full moon coming up in your sign towards the end of September. Cordelia, go outside. This feels like explore, as well as this feels like step outside your comfort zone, which is what I really see you guys doing in the month of September, especially with this transformation card right here. There's changes in you, your relationships and environment happening. You might not see a lot of these physical changes though until October, but they are happening internally, energetically, and spiritually in the month of September. But like I said, you might not start to see like physical transformations and physical changes until October, but they're starting now. They're definitely starting now. Let's go ahead and check out you guys's this is your, what's it called, spirit animal cards. Let's see what we have here. We have Bat Spirit. Look at this. A rebirth is assured. A rebirth is assured. Yeah, you guys are doing some big things as far as transformation. Then we have your Starfish Spirit, open to infinite possibility. And then we have here Elephant Spirit, learn from the past. Interesting. Really, really interesting. Okay. So Bat Spirit or rebirth is assured, like this transformation. Like this transformation card over here, Butterfly Maiden, and the Sagittarius card I see. This awakening or realization or want for more is inducing a rebirth for you this September, Aries. You've learned a lot from your past, especially with this Devil card and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse down here. You've learned a lot from your past, how you used to operate and what used to be important to you. You've learned a lot from your failures and mistakes with this Devil and the Seven of Pentacles card in reverse, because the Seven of Pentacles is all about like, man, I've been working. I'm not seeing any sort of results. I'm not seeing any sort of action. I'm not seeing shit. Like, Seven of Pentacles, he kind of goes through that moment where he's just like, should I keep even trying? Like, should I keep going? I'm not seeing anything. I've been coming to this damn field, tending to it every single day. I haven't seen one flower sprout. I haven't seen anything yet. So for sure, with this being in reverse, this is alluding to a lot of mistakes or failures that you may see them as from your past, but you have learned a lot from those moments of doubt and disappointments and mistakes, things of that nature. So definitely learn from the past. Elephant spirit, that makes a lot of sense. As well as with this elephant spirit card, this is giving me that feeling of Ganesh. You know, this is that great energy that sort of tramples blockages, resistance, challenges. So there's also, again, like a clear path here, kind of opening up for my Aries in the month of September. And I kind of see that path staying clear for you guys because you found the path that works for you. You've released the fact that it's like, people want me to be like this, society wants me to be like this, I wanted me to be like this. Once you sort of release that from your identity, you really freed up a lot of possibilities for yourself. You freed up a lot of possibilities. You're letting go of these things. And that's how you're opening yourself up to infinite possibilities, is because you've moved on from who and what you used to be. So now the world is like your smorgasbord. The world is like your oyster now. Okay, let's go ahead and check out your health cards for the month. And so we have here, look at that, acceptance. And it says, Dear God and Archangel Raphael, please help me accept that everything is going in the right direction. It is. That's all you have to do, is believe the fact that everything is going in the right direction. And look, have faith. Have faith, Aries. Have faith that everything is going in the right direction. Everything is working out for you. Dear Jesus and Archangel Raphael, thank you for boosting my faith so that I may trust in miracles. Trust in miracles. You guys have a lot of success, miracles, a lot of just good, positive energy for the month of September. Many of my Aries do, because you've really released something, you've really shed something, you've really stepped away from something that was just resistant. It was resistant for you. It was bad for you. It was unhealthy for you. It was toxic, maybe, especially with this Devil card being here. For very many of you, there's some sort of toxic pattern, belief, cycle, something, habit, habitual routine, something it is that you were involved in, participating in, that was just toxic for you. So you releasing that is sending a lot of good karma your way, and is sending clear paths your way too, because now you're no longer in your way anymore, which is a really good thing. So let's go ahead and check out your relationship cards right here. This is your romance cards. These are your relationship cards. So let's go ahead and see what's going on with these. So we have here surrender, and it says, the energy of surrender supports us to let go of illusionary control and yield the flow of love and life. Yeah, you're really getting in flow. You're getting in the flow of something here. And then we have sensitivity, and it says, the frequency of sensitivity helps us open to the world of subtlety and detail while anchoring in a structural foundation, thus supporting us to become more fully multidimensional. And it says structural foundation. Don't we have, yeah, we have structural support down here. Okay, so yeah, you guys are kind of like rebuilding your constructs, your beliefs, things like that, since you shed this old identity, since you shed this old ego. There was an ego death that my Aries have gone through in at least the last 3 months, I want to say, or at least from Capricorn season, which would be January of this year. January of 2020. You guys have gone through a lot of an ego death. You're really sort of reworking who it is that you are. So, you know, you're becoming more sensitive with wanting to connect more deeply to yourself and those around you. You're able to feel more. There's something here from my Aries artists as well when it comes to sensitivity. I see you creating some serious works of art in the month of September because of your increased levels of sensitivity. The ways that you are able to feel more or to feel deeper is going to cause your creativity to explode, and you're going to need an outlet. But as far as your relationships go, you're getting used to this level of vulnerability, being more open, honest, candid. You're surrendering to that. So like I said, allow your relationships to sort of catch up to where you're trying to push them to, because they might not be ready to be there just yet. But definitely give it some time. and people will catch up. And if they don't catch up, that just means that there's new relationships coming in that will be more in alignment with the sort of like new path that you're walking down. And let's check out your romance card. So what we have here is pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Okay. This could be the one. Interesting. It says you've already met the romantic partner that you seek. All right. And final card that we have here, healing family issues. And it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Okay. All right, so pay attention to the red flags. Now, your sensitivity levels are deepening and becoming more lucid for you, so you will be able to pick up more in your romantic relationships. So do not ignore the red flags. You're going to be picking up a lot of little different things. Make a mental note of them, but as well, we have here healing family issues, okay? So some of these red flags may be triggers to get you to address some family issues that need to be dealt with, especially with this devil card down here in the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So, but handling those issues could help you to solidify a more grounded or committed or happy place with your partner. With this, this could be the one card right here. But being able to see that they're the one could be blocked due to these family issues. So take care of those things if you are looking for deeper commitment. Okay. But for sure, for those of my Aries that are single, you more than likely already met your romantic partner or the romantic partner that you will be in your next relationship with. This may be someone from the past for sure. But the main sort of focus for my single Aries for sure, even my Aries in a relationship, is to heal those family issues. That the way these old sort of issues don't come back to bite your relationship in the ass. That the way these issues don't come back to taint your relationship or to spoil your relationship. So for sure, paying attention to the red flags is important, but those red flags may be triggering you because of old wounds that haven't necessarily healed or been addressed just yet. Okay, so definitely make sure that you're addressing these family issues. Now I'm going to go on ahead, clear these cards off. That the way we can get down to the 3 piles and your meditation. So that the way you can choose another message for the month of September. This will be a little bit more of a detailed message, maybe some things that I didn't touch on or talk on. So yeah, let me go ahead and clear this out and we'll get to that. So give me a moment. All right, and on pile number 1, we have a clear quartz. On pile number 2, we have a desert rose selenite. On pile 3, we have a smoky quartz. All right, and for my pile 1 Aries, you chose the clear quartz. And so like I said, I'm not diving in depth into these cards. I'm just basically reading the descriptions of them. Okay, so let's get started. The very first one that we have here is monthly, and this is the card of receptivity. Trigger statement, I am guarded. True statement, my heart is open. This is a time for you to receive new information. Open your heart to receive it. Sounds a lot like your other reading as well. And then we have here Almesis. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but yeah, this is a symbol for Taurus and Gemini. This is physicality and intellect, and it says your mind is like a king, but your body also deserves glory. I like that. And then the card that we have here is Lakshmi in reverse, and I'll be reading the description for this card out of the book. But first, I'm going to shuffle to get a couple of chakra cards just to see which chakras you need to focus on for the month of September. Okay. And look at that. We have relationships, and this is the sacral chakra. And the Earth Star chakra, the card grounding. And the Earth Star chakra is located beneath the feet. Okay, so let me get the book and I'll read the description for this card here. Okay, and this is, and Lakshmi is the goddess of abundance, fortune, and beauty. And it says here, when you feel like you are not enough, you will not have enough. Lakshmi has come to you to remind you that you already are the things that you are seeking: abundance, beauty, radiance, success. All it takes is tuning in. When you truly embody who you are, you become bountiful with the riches of life, and your inner beauty shines. Pay attention to your inner monologue. How are you speaking to yourself? When you constantly tell yourself that you are poor, fat, unworthy, or ugly, the universe will respond to continue your story. Create a positive self-dialogue and tell yourself how beautiful and abundant you already are. Sprinkle compliments and smiles to all those that you encounter, and the Lakshmi within you will come to light. Oh, I love that. Okay, and the affirmation for this Earth Star Chakra grounding card is, my energy is completely grounded into the healing energy of the earth. All right. The Sacral Chakra relationships card, the affirmation is, my relationships are aligned with my highest good and my soul's purpose. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for my Aries pile 2. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I pray that these readings brought you guys love, support, clarity, strength. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon, but until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye. All right, in Aries pile 2, you guys chose the Desert Rose Selenite. So like I said, I'm not going to really be diving in depth to these cards. I'm basically just going to be reading their descriptions. But this is like an additional personalized message for your month of September. So yeah, let's just get started. Very first card that we have here is Dill. Trigger statement, none of this matters. And this is a card clearing. True statement, I am clear. Feel as any external energy is cleared from you and your space, and you are energetically pure and can focus on the task at hand. All right, and then we have here Nashira, Capricornus, and it says, overcome your concerns by embracing change. In the midst of confusion, one can also find purpose. That's deep. And then the card in the middle that we have here is Niyamas. I think I'm saying that right. If I'm not, forgive me. And it is in reverse. I'll be reading the description for this card out of the book. But first, I'm going to shuffle some chakra cards here just to see which chakras my pile 2 Aries need to focus on for the month of September. Very first one that came out is relationships. This is a sacral chakra. This also came out for another pile. Let me get one more. And then we have here soul healing, soul star chakra. This card keeps coming out for a lot of signs. Okay, so yeah, let me get the book. And it says about this card in the book, this is 8 stages of yoga, laws of personal observance. And it says, this is the time to go within. The answer to your question lies inside of yourself. By turning inward and doing the internal work, everything around you will shift. Are you practicing Sauka? Don't know if I'm saying that right, which is purity in your body and mind through asana, which is yogic postures, and pranayama, which is controlled breath. Are you holding on to toxic thoughts in your mind? It's time to move forward contentment and realize that there is a purpose to every struggle that you have gone through. Use your disciplined energy to move past your limiting beliefs and procrastination to begin your true study of the self. When you make yourself your project, you'll experience celebration of the spiritual. Beautiful. Okay, and then I am also going to read the affirmations for these 2 chakra cards here, and you can use these affirmations throughout the month of September. So the affirmations for the soul star chakra soul healing card is, I open to receive deep soul healing now and embrace the support of pure love to guide my healing journey. And the soul star chakra is located above the crown chakra. And the sacral chakra relationships affirmation is, my relationships are aligned with my highest good and my soul's purpose. Beautiful. Okay, so my Aries pile 2, thank you guys so much for tuning in. This is all that I'm seeing for you guys. I pray that these readings brought you guys love, support, clarity, strength. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon. But until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye, guys. All right, my Aries pile 3, you guys chose the smoky quartz. Like I said, I'm not going to be going in depth with the cards. I'm basically just going to be reading their descriptions for you guys for an additional personalized message for your month of September. So let's get started. The very first card that we have here is oregano. And this is the card of resonance. Trigger statement: I am right. True statement: I am open to the unknown. You are being shown what is dissonant in your life. Allow the beliefs that are not serving you to fall away and be open to your bright future. Okay, the next card that we have here is, I'm not even going to try to pronounce this, but this is a symbol for Capricorn. This is the card reduction and devastation. Pay attention to your flaws, because in them you will discover your affinity with others. Okay. And the card that we have here in the middle is Rajas. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but if I'm not, forgive me. So I'm going to be reading the description for this card out of the book. But before that, I'm going to shuffle a couple of chakra cards here just to see what my Aries pile threes, which chakras you guys need to focus on for the month of September. Very first one that we have is the third eye psychic development. And then we have the Earth Star chakra, which is located beneath the feet, and this is the card of rebirth. And that's a lot of what your other message was talking about as well. And what it says about this card in the book is this is the card of dynamic movement, aggression, and energy. And it says when there is more rajas than sattva, the mind becomes hyperactive and restless. You've been so caught up in the achievement phase that you may have lost sight of why you're even doing all of this and the greater purpose of life, truth. You are regularly overexerting yourself, both mentally and physically, without allowing the proper rest you need to recharge. You may have recently been feeling easily agitated, anxious, jealous, materialistic, aggravated, or fearful. Emotions that are not aligned with your highest self. You've already done so much. It's time to recharge your batteries, care for your vessel, connect with nature, and reflect on the deeper purpose of life. You are a human being, not a human doing. Ooh, okay. Steer clear of spicy foods and consume a more sattvic diet. Trade in your powerlifting or spinning for calming yoga. Wow. You're a human being, not a human doing. So just be. That was deep. I'm going to have to read that one again for myself later on. Okay, and then I'm going to be reading the affirmations for these two chakra cards out of the book. And you can use these affirmations throughout the month of September. And so the affirmation for this Earth Star chakra rebirth card here is, I am completely supported in my current rebirth, and I'm open to the magic of the universe birthing within me. Okay. I like that. And the affirmation for this third eye chakra psychic development card is, I am deeply connected to my intuition and reclaim my psychic gifts now. Okay, so this is all that I'm seeing for my Aries pile 3. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. I do pray these readings brought you guys love, support, clarity, and strength. Let me take this time to thank your guides, my guides, our higher self, amazing spirit, for these messages today. Hopefully you all come back to visit sometime soon, but until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and keep conquering the world. Bye guys.